Ready. And action. Are you ready to throw down? Yes, we are. Let's get started. 起来，不愿用努力的人们，把我们的血肉出头。Oh, hi there. It's Professor Victor Singingeagle again here at Sisseton, Wahpeton College. And today is the day before Veterans Day, Veterans Day Eve. Is that a good song for Veterans Day? 起来，不让 no, that's Japanese or Chinese. Oh man, my Chinese friends are going to kill me for that one. Um, almost said Japanese. No. If you know anything about that song called The March of the Volunteers, which I'm singing quite terribly, that is I don't know, you can't really call it a protest song. It's the national anthem of the mainland China, and it's very triumphant. Ba-bum, ba-bum, bum, ba-bum, bum, bum. And it sounds really good for veterans too, but never mind. There is a reason they have that song, and the words to it are very triumphant as well, as because if you know anything about history, you know that your teachers and politicians have been lying to you about China. They're always saying, "Oh, China wants to take over the world." No, they don't. Never mind. I'm not going to get into the politics right now. But if you look at history, you'll see that lots of other countries, especially Britain and European countries, just like they've been doing to our people, they chi-fu. How do you say chi-fu in English? Pick on, dominate, colonize, subjugate. They have a history of doing this all over the world. And if you know also the old British saying, the sun never sets on the British Empire, because the British were trying to take over the world, and one of their steps along the way of conquest was 大陆, mainland China, and then the Japanese tried it as well, and the Russians tried it. Everybody's been picking on China, so no wonder they're building up their navy and their military. But we won't get into that right now because we got to stay focused on our class. This is Native American or Native literature in general, meeting 24, Monday, November 10th, 2025. What do we need to talk about? All kinds of stuff. First things first, roll. Let's see now. 月晶晶 Kim White Mountain, yay! 施茉莉 Jasmine Stouse, yay! 罗马丁 Marty Rouse, yay! Ross, yay! By the way, Marty, make sure you keep checking in because e-learning says you haven't been logging on. We got to fix that. 阮凯婷 Katie Robbins, yay! 聂凯欣 Casey Nayland, yay! 莫静华 Gina Mota, yay! 顾甜甜 Brittany Cross, yay! Two more to go. 东庭惠 Tasha Eastman, yay! And last but not least, 鲍智罗 Violet Bars, yay! So that's everybody. Got all your info sheets, so we're good to go. We need to do some important announcements. So I'm going to step over here, and I apologize for this awful glare. Well, now that I'm out of this picture, let's see if I can, it's a little bit better. I'm going to go to the email. Now, I don't want a new message. Mandy Grimmer says, for those of us who'd like to participate in the Secret Santa, check your email and you will see the forms there. Names must be in by November 15th. Today's the 5th. No, the November 10th, 5 days. Right. So you want to do the Secret Santa thing, go for it. Next, Friendsgiving. Yay! Bring a dish. I'm probably going to make some Potawatomi wojapi, which we call in my family Wishashayin, which I might have mentioned before. Unlike the stuff I used to eat down at the at University of South Dakota from the Lakota people. They used to make it warm berry pudding. Ours is chilled. Yummy. What else? What else? What else? No, that's for CDL class. Oh crap! That reminds me. I need to go turn the truck and the bus off. I left them running. Damn it! All right. What else? Tribal College Journal. Oh, they're still doing bids for stuff like that. Plan. Oh, that's already done. I can get rid of that. The net was out for a little bit. Just make sure, by the way, Selena reminds you to fill out the new updated application for graduation. That's for all of you guys planning to graduate. Now, let's go back to our course stuff. 44 days till Christmas. Pop C is ready. That is Pop Quiz C, which is here. And I'm going to walk you through it now. So, if we go, I'm going to go to preview. This is the instructor's view, but before I do that, let me make sure it's actually visible to you. Because I clicked on a little button that says, see where it says hidden from students? I want to make sure you guys can see it. I don't want to have that hidden from students on there. So I'm going to go back to the quiz. Quiz. No, see, this is hidden from students, but this is not. So it's visible. So let's look at it together. And I'm going to go fast. Some of this stuff we haven't spoken about yet, but we're going to speak on some of it today. So let's go through this. Says you only get one attempt. True or false? Singingeagle says that different types of literary criticism, otherwise known as theories, can be used to look at the same texts. I used Harry Potter as an example, and I'll get into it some more in future discussions. True or false? This is the next one. Although we cannot be 100% certain, we could easily guess that Polygon Allen, Laguna, wrote, "Where I come from is like this," as a response to Sherry Ortner's "is female to male as nature is to culture." Remember, we're talking Native American feminism versus mainstream feminism, and what's the big difference? I could stand up here and lecture like crazy on that kind of stuff, but the main thing I gotta warn you about is that mainstream feminism is a little bit more Koyani Scotsy. How do you say that in English? Out of balance, where we're always trying to say, well, women are better than men, and men aren't needed. I'm a strong, independent woman. I don't need no man. Whereas people like Paula Gunn Allen would say, no, the world, what has happened is the colonizers came in and they threw everything off balance, and they took power away from the women in native societies, and we need to bring it back. And we need to bring back the balance, because there are traditional sacred roles that are played by both males and females, and they need each other. I'm starting to preach too much. Let's keep going. Number 3, I like this. I want to get one of those Transformers, robots in disguise. Never mind. Focus, true or false. Let's see if we can make this bigger. Control plus. There we go. And The Many Lives of a Nakatajug. I can never pronounce that right. By Joe Pani Pakatuk Inuit. The protagonist of this story transforms into a killer whale and swims away. That's a true or false, 5 points. Next, true or false, author Gary Hobson, Cherokee Quapaw Chickasaw, argues that all the best native literature has already been written, and it's pointless to look for new talent. Oh, I hope nobody gets that wrong. Next one, true or false in her writings, author Tiffany Midge. seldom makes references to popular culture because she believes native writers should cling to the old ways. True or false? Next one. Indigenous authors of the Americas often include tragic themes of blank in their work. We have A, alienation, B, flippancy, C, buoyancy, or D, urgency. If anybody gets this question wrong, I'm going to reach through the screen and grab you. All right, next one. Art for art's sake, often embraced by mainstream creators, is frequently juxtaposed against artistic blank, typically embraced by creators of color. And I also mentioned this before in a previous lecture that our author, Daniel Heath Justice, refers to it as art for life's sake. And I don't remember the page, and I'm too lazy to look it up right now. We got to hurry up. Plus, I left the trucks running, the truck and the bus. So we have literacy, reality, duty, and urgency. Then we got this one. According to the oral tradition of many native tribes, how did Coyote both punish and reward Chief Rabbit for his selfish and self-sacrificing behavior? You see this highlighted thing? I bet I can right-click on it and open it in a new tab. Boom.
Ready. And
Action.
ladies and gentlemen, it's that time again.
Boom. So we're going to stop that and keep going. So that will give you the answer to the question if you want to go through and listen to all of my yakety yak and telling the old story. It'll give you the answer. So, how did Coyote, both punish and reward Chief Rabbit for his selfish and self-sacrificing behavior? 5 points. He gave many other animals a strange craving for rabbit meat. B, he banished Chief Rabbit to live alone on the moon for all eternity. C, he blessed Chief Rabbit to live on the moon for all eternity so that his descendants can never be wiped out. Or D, all of these answers are correct. Next one, going too slow. What does author Laura Tohe, who is Navajo, tend to prefer, or why? I got to slow down and read carefully. Why does Laura Tohe tend to prefer native literature over mainstream literature? I believe I mentioned this in a previous video, and I did an interview with her. But like I said, she's doing the RLI thing. She doesn't want to be on screen, so I just had to summarize our interview. And she said that she prefers native literature over mainstream literature. Why? A, because it's told from multiple vantage points. B, because she believes it's more genuine, written from our authentic selves. C, she believes it focuses on art for art's sake. D, native writers do not leave room for metaphor in their poetry. Next one. What does the Hopi Miwok poet reveal? I got to change that. Her name is Wendy Rose. I wonder if I can edit this question. Let's click on it and say, what does the Hopi Miwok poet Wendy Rose reveal in her work Excavation at the Santa Barbara Mission? So I'm going to save the changes and go back to it. And you can click on this and open it in a new tab and you can see the whole poem. And it's also on our website as well. Excavation at the Santa Barbara Mission. So I'm going to get out of that and I'm going to read it. A, the Chumash Indians butchered Spanish missionaries and used their bones to build the mission walls. B, the Spanish Christians used Chumash Indian bones to build their mission walls. C. The local Indians peacefully converted and intermarried with the Spaniards. Or D. Archaeology is always an exciting field of study. Next, tough natives is redundant. I like that. Do not give a lazy answer to this question. It is worth 15 points. Spokane Coeur d'Alene Indian author Sherman Alexie argues that native peoples today really don't have much in common with their ancestors, and that today we are largely political rather than cultural organizations. Do you agree or disagree with Sherman Alexie? Here's a quote from our book. For most Indian stars are nothing more than white tombstones scattered across a dark graveyard. Ooh, that's depressing. But that's what he says. Indian people today are mostly political organizations. Do you agree or disagree? Why or why not? Don't just give me a lazy answer. Oh, yeah, I agree. Or I disagree because he's full of crap. Give me some oomph to your argument. And better yet, for maximum points, refer to what other authors are saying. I'm going to look this up. I'm going to highlight it and Control C. I'm going to open up here and I'm going to type in Control V and let me see what AI says. Whether one agrees or disagrees with search of contemporary native peoples little in common ancestors for little ongoing debate and a personal perspective within indigenous communities and academia. There is no single universal answer. Alexie's position, Alexie's perspective, blah, blah, blah. Oh, see, there's links here. You can click on it. Impact of social complex fragmented nature. Click on the link and you can get the absolutely true bartleby.com. You can get all these links here. Challenging. Look at that. And don't just copy, highlight, control cut, and control paste to your answer. I want your honest opinion. Tell me what you think, and then say, here's what these sources are saying and why they back up what I'm saying. That's how you get maximum points. So again, do you agree or disagree with the idea that we're just political organizations, not cultural anymore? We're not cultural tribes. Next one. This is another 15-pointer, and it's a repeat of a question I asked you before. The idea of real people. Some people didn't listen to the silly little videos and stories that I've been telling you about why different tribes call themselves the people, the real people. Why do Professor Singingeagle and Daniel Heath Justice tend to disagree with the etic perspective on native ethnocentricity, that we call ourselves the real people because we're looking down on other tribes or races? So we disagree with this idea. We are looking down on other tribes and other races by calling ourselves the real people. And you click on that. I right-clicked on it, open it up in a new tab.
Welcome back. Well, I promise I was going to tell you a story. This is a follow-up to a story that I had told you before. Some people were not getting it.
Boom! I'm going to stop it there. So all you got to do is write it down. Let's type it in. If you want to be lazy, we can highlight this, Control C, and we're going to say Control V, Enter. Generating. African ethnocentric down groups, they emphasize the Inuit perspective of these generally understood as human beings, complete human beings, fully realized people. Sort of, kind of. Matter of definition, not denigration, blah, 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 contextual understanding, animal spirit. Oh, look, it even answers the question. It's got links there. So if you are lazy, you can get some answers by consulting your AI buddies. but don't just rely on the AI. Put your own thoughts into it. Next, do not give a lazy answer. Here's a 20-pointer. So we need at least 3 well-developed paragraphs on this. This is a response to the poem How We F Up. And you can right-click on it, open it in a new tab, and boom, there it is. How we F up. I already read this in another video, so I'm not going to read it again. Respond to it by anonymous Indian poet, which your professor painstakingly posted on e-learning. In your opinion, what are some key features of this poem? What is its mood? What are your own responses? Please do not give a lazy answer to this question. All right, and there's how you click on the blue highlighted title above. A new window should pop up with the entire poem. Boom. So we're going to knock that off, and we're going to stop the video right there. And we're going to jump on over in the subsequent video to items 3, 4, 5. So click on links, and thank you so much. I've already spoken for 21 minutes and 25 seconds. Have a good day. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.